I was fucking popping, everybody. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. It's a Sunday morning here. I just woke up and I was reading my YouTube comments because I always read my YouTube comments, and someone asked me to do a video on regret, how to deal with regret, how to handle regret. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. We'll talk about that because I feel like it's a pretty widespread dilemma that a lot of people deal with. So I think I can help you guys out there. But before we get started, I want you guys to get in my email list so I can send you motivating emails throughout the week. My intention with the email list is to do literally nothing other than add value to your guys' life. So like, I'll probably send a motivating email Sunday night to prepare you for your week. So tap the fuck in, link below. And then if you want to work one-on-one with me, there's the link below. But we're gonna get right into it because, like you guys know, I don't do advertisements. I don't do any of that shit. I don't waste your guys' time because I'm not like any other influencer. I value you guys' attention and your time, so I don't dilly-dally. All right. So the regret. Every single time I start to regret something, I literally ask myself, why would I regret something that I literally cannot change? I am not in control of the past because that shit already happened. So why would I get upset about something that I can't control? Right? There's literally no point. Don't regret anything because at one point it was exactly what you wanted. So whether that be a relationship or just you made one wrong choice and you wish you would have made a different one, but there's no such thing as good and there is no such thing as bad. There's only perception. So nothing really exists until you label it yourself. So if you learn from that wrong choice, and then it's not bad, right? You either win or you learn. And I try to tell everybody this, that there's no such thing as losing. There's no such thing as making the wrong choice, because if you make the quote unquote wrong choice, you're gonna learn and you're gonna grow from it. So sometimes I take a lot of fucking risks because I feel like I take a big risk and I win, or I learn from taking that big risk and I still win because I learned, right? So that's why with life, I just started saying fuck it, and I started taking a lot of risks, like moving to Miami. One of the biggest risks of my life. Buying a 2021 car, but I knew it would. Everything I do in my life is intentional. I don't do things just in spurt of the moment, you know. But spontaneity is important. You have to have the balance of like not really overthinking and being over analytical about your decisions and being decisive. So having that spontaneous side and the intentional side. So the intentional side with most of the things in my life, like the new car I just got, I got it because I wanted people to understand that you can do it too. Like, I'm just a normal fucking kid that believed in himself, worked hard, and I got my dream car. Same with moving to Miami. Like, I didn't necessarily have a fuck ton of money, but I knew if I moved to Miami, people would see that I did that, and it's basically a marketing tactic. So then that works because I moved to Miami, and people are like, holy shit, this kid just moved from Ohio to Miami, and he's 20 years old making all of his own money. So how'd he do it? So now I get to teach people how I did it and how they can do it too in their own ways of making money doing something that they love. So it's just very intentional. So once you become super intentional with every decision that you make, and you kind of like, I always tell people to make a pros and cons list. Like, all right, well, if it's a big decision, like what college you're going to, make a pro and cons list. Or if you're going to college, or if you're going to that job instead of this job, or if you're dating this person instead of this person, or just if you're going to date somebody rather than focus on yourself, right? Make a pros and cons list, because that way before you make the decision, you weigh out all of the possibilities and you have a clear head on what decision to make. So pros and cons list. Don't regret anything because at one point it was exactly what you wanted. If someone brought you one sliver of joy, even if it was for 1 second, and you chose to be with that person, never regret that, right? Because at one point you thought it was the best idea for you and you still did it. So why beat yourself up in the present over something that happened in the past, which is no longer in your control? So recognize what you can control and what you can't control, and the only things that you can control is this moment, how you act in the future, well, how you act right now, and then how you react to circumstances given to you. Those are the only two things you could control, bro. So don't try to change things you can't control. Like, I've learned a lot recently that you can't change people. You can lead by example, but you can't change people because that's out of your control. There's so much things that are out of your control. So if it's in your control, cool, change it to your best liking. If it's out of your control, don't stress about it. Well, I think that's all you really need to know about regret, because once you really deeply accept the fact that you can't change anything that happened in the past, so you're just going to have to learn from it and accept what happened and say, all right, well, from to this day on, I'm not going to regret anything that has happened in my past, because that just has no relevance to where I'm going. Like, you can't get to where your destination is if you're looking in the fucking rear view mirror, right? Like, how the hell you're going to crash, and then you're going to end up in the hospital, and then you're going to have to be on fucking life support and shit. So just look straight, not behind you. Learn from all the shit behind you. Like, if there was a car crash behind you, be like, damn, I'm not gonna do that. They were probably looking in the rearview mirror or some shit. You know, like, look forward. Always look forward and in the moment, right in front of you. It's all you gotta do. And that's how you enjoy life. But don't be afraid to plan for your future a little bit, but don't try to get insanely, like, because how much can we predict the future? Not much, but you can visualize what you want in the future. And because, like, a year from now, I have no idea what I want to do, right? I have no idea where I'm going to be, but I know that every single day leading up to it, I'm going to be improving myself, and I'm going to be manifesting the life that I do desire. So I have these ideas of things and places that I want to be, where I want to go, what I want to have, but I can't predict the future. So I'm kind of just a player in this game that's unfolding, right? And I'm accepting of that, and I'm here for it. I love it. Because it's fun. Life's fun. Life's a trip. Life is just a game, and people tend to take it way too seriously, and they emotionalize all these thoughts for no damn reason, when we're just here to have fun and enjoy everything, experience every emotion, and be vulnerable. We're here to enjoy, we're here to experience, and we're here to learn. We're here to have a human experience. So don't overthink like anything. Even though I do it sometimes, but then I just realize I'm identifying with my thoughts instead of just observing them. So then I observe my thoughts rather than saying, oh, the shit, that's me. And I just say, well, it's interesting that I'm thinking that way. I understand myself for thinking that way. But from this point on, I'm not going to identify with any of those thoughts today. And we're going to have a good fucking rest of the day, because life is in my control. My life is in my control, right? Because it's my life. My emotions, my actions are all in my control, so I'm going to control them. So you should watch that twice, because there are a lot of fucking gems in there. But yeah, guys, subscribe to the email list below. Subscribe to my YouTube, first of all. If you're here and you haven't subscribed, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? I'm almost to 14K. I need like 70 more subscribers, so I'm going to go live on TikTok today, and hopefully we'll get to 14K. So I love you guys. Thank you for tapping the fuck in.